puts a smile upon your face, and I see something shimmering in your eyes. And they say if you want to glimpse the future, you need space. And you said you'll put down your morning guns. Would you follow me to wonders? Take my hand and walk beside me in a world of thunder. Fear is an imposter when you look at me this way.
So I really don't know what I was thinking today coming out here. What I did is I came down to another local trail here in Rhode Island, but I'm not sure what I was thinking I was going to get myself into today. After yesterday spending the day in the Woodland, I find myself in the Woodland again. But however, today conditions are a heck of a lot different. Last night we had a really good storm come through here last night. A lot of rain, a lot of heavy winds. The rain has subsided, but the winds are still here. Persistent gusts in the 20 to 30 mile an hour range. So I'm not really sure what, if anything, I'm going to be able to get accomplished here in the Woodland today. I am near some nice ponds though, so I might be able to get down near the water and get a water shot of some sort around the pond. But yeah, it's with the wind, even though it's windy like it is, it's still beautiful out here. It's not too cold. It is a little bit brisk, but it's not so bad that I can't handle it. So yeah, but I must be a glutton for punishment though, after spending yesterday in the Woodland, to find myself in it another day, a second day in a row. So either I'm a glutton for punishment or I'm actually finding that I like it out here. I think it's the second one. I think I'm actually finding that I like it out here. It's so peaceful. I hear so many people on the YouTube talking about how photography is a therapeutic medicine, and I really do believe that. Not that I need it, not that I have anything really going on that I need some therapy, but it definitely is peaceful out here. I come out here and it seems like the stress is just relieved. Yeah, but that is a new feeling for me out here in the Woodland, because like you saw in yesterday's video, typically I'll get really discouraged because I can't find compositions. But I think yesterday taught me that you don't have to find compositions to really have a good time out here. I was able to get one good composition and one good image yesterday that I really liked, but I might not get one today. I might not get one at all, just because of how bad the wind is and just the environment and the situations that it is. But it doesn't matter. I'm out here, I'm enjoying myself, I'm having a great hike, and we'll see what we can't find. So as usual, I figured I'd bring you along with me, and we'll go find ourselves an image if we can. All right, we'll talk to you in a little bit.
Clean in the blackest night, cloistered in injustice dead, and in the eyes of time, nobody's losing.
All right, so for this image, I was able to come down knowing with the conditions that we had, with it being so windy up above us in the higher elevation. I came down into this valley. This valley floor is just awesome because it's covered with nothing but nice brown colored leaves, moss covered rocks that is so vibrantly green. It's just, as the sun gleams through the trees and as the sun comes in and hits all this stuff down here, it just makes it so vibrant and so colorful. So as I was walking around, I was able to find this lone tree, this infant tree here down in this valley. It still has a lot of gold orange colored leaves on it, and so I was able to look around and find a couple of different compositions for it. I've moved my camera around a couple of times, and I think I found the best composition. I've got it in a vertical portrait mode. I'm utilizing these green moss covered rocks just down here to the bottom left right hand corner of the frame as my foreground interest, and it should lead me right up into this infant tree that's got all this really nice gold coloring on it. Now, even though I'm down here in the valley, I'm still getting some gusts of wind that are moving this this small tree around quite a bit. So my shutter speed, I went up to ISO 400 so I can get my shutter speed close to double my focal length as much as possible, which right now I'm at 16 millimeters with the 16 to 35. So I'm getting about a 1/25th and or 1/30th of a second shutter speed. So I'm hoping that if I wait for a low period or a period where I don't have as much wind, I can take this image and minimize as much blur or you know, movement within the leaves, because I'd like to have the leaves crisp and sharp in this image. I know it's not going to be 100% possible to do, but I'm going to try to make that happen. So I'm at f8, ISO 400, and 1/30th of a second on my shutter speed. I'm just going to wait till I have a calm spot in between gusts of wind so I can take this image. I've got a 2-second timer on. Alright, so I've got a nice calm spot where there's no wind hardly at all, and I've actually got some really good sun gleaming through the trees and giving some nice side lighting. So I'm going to go ahead and get this image now while I have the time to do it. So f8, 1/30th of a second, ISO 400 on a 2-second timer. Yeah, I think that's going to be really cool. I'm going to probably make this a 8x10 crop to make it nice and vertical in a nice portrait mode. I think it'll look really good. Here's the image.
Clean in the blackest night, cloistered in injustice dead.
Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and make my way back to the truck. I'm starting to lose daylight. So I want to make it back off this trail because it's a pretty rocky climb, so I don't want to be doing it in the dark. Even though I have a headlamp in my bag, I'd still rather do it with some daylight because of the wet conditions that most of these rocks have from the rain that we had. So I'm going to start making my way back to the truck, but just wanted to stop in and say thanks again to everybody for watching my channel. I hope you liked today's content. I'm sorry I was only able to get that one image today, but I really did enjoy myself today out walking in the woods again. It was just a beautiful day. Even though the winds were pretty strong, chilly conditions, I still enjoyed myself tremendously today. So I guess the moral of the story for the last couple of days is, you know, the Woodlands is my out of the box element. So I guess what I could tell you, or my tip to you, is to get out of the box and do things that you're not comfortable with, things that you're not used to doing. Just because you think it's challenging, just because you think it's too difficult to do, doesn't mean that you shouldn't and you can't do it. So definitely get out there, adventure, explore, see your surrounding areas. There's so many things in your surrounding areas that you don't realize that are there. In fact, I mean, I didn't know this trail was here in Rhode Island. Even though it's such a small state, I didn't know it was here. So I just went for a drive, saw a little trailhead, parked, went out, started walking. So it was a great afternoon. So, but I think I'm done for the day. Again, if you like the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And I really appreciate everybody that comes in and watches my stuff. And until next time, be blessed.
So the days became